Hi guys, when his CEO stepbrother loves him and beats the bullies in his college. The morning light filtered to your bedroom, falling on your sleeping face. Jungkook turned his face towards other side, but still he was not able to sleep again because of so much light. Jungkook, I hate it so much. He stood up to close the curtains unknowingly and then he saw Kim Taehyung, his stepbrother, shining like a movie star in the glow of morning light, a rope in his hand, skipping so fast. Then he stopped, the sweat dripping from his forehead to his nose to his lips to his chin, and finally to his Adam's apple. That sexy hot mess he is. His masculine figure moved and took a towel from the bench and wiped his face. Jungkook's heart skipped a beat but no focus. Jungkook, Kim Taehyung, he shouted on top of his lungs, watching Taehyung. Taehyung turned, hearing him, and found the piercing glare of his little cookie towards himself. He smiled and ran inside. Well, he's like a puppy, always following Jungkook. Whatever Jungkook say is a order for him. He tries his best to fulfill all his needs. So, in just 15 seconds, he climbed the stairs and reached to Jungkook's room, where Jungkook is standing, pouting, crossing his arms. Good morning, Koo. Jungkook throwed a pillow on Taehyung. Jungkook, you idiot, how many times I have told you not to open the curtains? You always disturb my sleep. Taehyung smiled sheepishly. Taehyung, baby Koo, but if I not, then you will be late for college, no? Jungkook just glared at him and went to bathroom to get ready for his college. Downstairs, Taehyung made breakfast for Jungkook instead of having so many maids, but still he works because his Jungkook throw tantrums saying now you are showing that you are truly not my brother because you can't even cook for Koo. Tae as being too weak do it. Jungkook came wearing his corset top with skirts showing so much skin. Taehyung thought he clenched his jaw because now boys will stare at him, but no, he can't show his anger to Koo. So he smiled gently to Jungkook and patted his fluffy hair. Taehyung, so pretty, he whispered in Jungkook's ear. Jungkook just sat usually, but Taehyung can see his pink cheeks. They both finished breakfast and then Tae dragged him to his college. Jungkook stepped down and all heads turned to look at him. The girls, some admiring, but most of them are jealous of him because he walked like he owned the place and following him a big handsome hunk. Taehyung with his bag to his classroom, making sure Jungkook is sitting comfortably. He patted his head. Tae, Koo, I am going now. Call me if anything happens. Jungkook, bye, while scrolling on his phone. Tae walked back to his cars as Jungkook's lecture started. The professor bowed to him. Well, he owns the major share of the college, so why not? But instead of going straight, he turned to backside of the old building. There was. They stopped when they saw Kim. Boy, look who is here. Second boy, oh, isn't it the puppy? They all laughed. First boy, yes, the puppy who followed the sexy Jungkook always. They stepped near them. They, who whistled when Jungkook entered. Today, inside. Tae was following Jungkook when he heard the whistle, but when he turned his head, the boys were laughing. So now here he is. The boys laughed while patting each other's shoulder. One skinny looking boy came forward. Tae, deep voice, who the hell was it? The boys laughed and smoked on Tae's face while moving his chin up because he is smaller than Taehyung. Skinny boy. Hey, tell him who was it, guys, he smirked. Tae locked his hand into a fist, controlling himself. First boy, it was me, puppy. Second boy, no, no, it was me. Third boy, oh no, it was me. Jungkook hips are so amazing, just want him once for myself. That's it, Tae's anger break. He stepped forward, but the skinny gripped his arm. Tae, leave. The boy did not leave, and Tae's fist landed straight to his jaw, and he spitted blood falling on the ground on his stomach. Then he did not woke up. Two ran straight to Taehyung, but Tae grabbed them both by their throats. They both tried to punch Taehyung, but no, he was out of control. He throwed both of them on the ground. They tried to run away, but Tae stomped with his left foot on one's stomach, and he grabbed other and pushed his head to the pole. The both cried to leave them. Then Tae's eyes fell on the last one, who was scared. It's his fault. He provoked the beast, thinking him as a dog. Tae punched his face again and again, grabbing his collar. Punch. Boy, please leave me, I'm sorry. But no, Tae punched him again. Tae, you wanted Jungkook? Punch. You wanted him for yourself? Punch. You talked about him in front of me? Punch. How dare you? Again punch. You stared at him? At my Jungkook? Punch. He punched the boy repeatedly. He's mine. Listen, he is mine. The boy fainted. Taehyung angrily left from there, driving straight to his office. The workers got silent as their CEO entered. Tae was radiated anger from all directions. His secretary came and told him about his meetings. In meeting, Mr. Kim, we would love to deal with your company. We approve the project. But I have a request. Why don't we meet dinner with our families on Sunday, please? Hearing Mr. Lee saying this, Tae nodded silently. At 4 p.m., Taehyung entered inside the campus to pick Jungkook. Jungkook, who was sipping on his iced latte, walking to him. He threw the bag to him Cecily. Tae smiled and asked him about his day. Jungkook just hummed and said, "Good Tae." After dinner, Jungkook and Taehyung were sitting and watching the new movie, K-pop Demon Hunters. While Jungkook was staring at Taehyung, who was shaking and hiding his face into his chest whenever demon scene came, and another second vibing to the songs happily. Today in the college, there was a rumor he heard that Taehyung had fight with some boys and he beated them badly. But looking at his stepbrother now, he shook his head. JK in mind, it can't be. This puppy can't do anything. He is so innocent. But Jungkook has no idea. This puppy is a tiger inside. In JK's room, Jungkook is laying and Taehyung is cuddling him because he is scared today because of the demons. So Cook let him sleep into his bed. But Tae is not afraid. It's another excuse to be close to his love. His Jungkook. Now inhaling his scent, he got some peace. Tae, Koo, are you asleep? Jungkook. No, what? Tae, on Sunday there's a family business dinner. Do you want to come? Jungkook. Okay. Taehyung happily hugged him more and fell asleep in his embrace. Sunday. Tae and Jungkook left for the restaurant for dinner. Tae is looking dashing in his tight-fitted black suit. Jungkook is wearing matching black dress but it's off-shoulder, making him looking hot. Taehyung tried again and again to not peek at him, but his eyes always betrayed. Jenke tried to tease him. Jungkook, what? Why are you staring? Am I looking so pretty? Taehyung, deep voice, so pretty and sexy, while looking into Jungkook's eyes, who got goosebumps hearing this from Taehyung and seeing his dark, hungry eyes. Driver, sir, we are here. Listening to driver's voice, Taehyung backed away from Jungkook and cleared his throat, while Jungkook rapidly blinked his eyes to clear the haze feeling. Tae opened Koo's door and forwarded his hand. Jungkook took his hand and they entered inside the luxurious restaurant. The waiter took both of them to the private cabin where Lee family was already sitting. All the way, Jungkook was just watching Taehyung. Is it real? Did his brother really flirted with him? That pup can speak so deeply that his voice is still ringing in his ears. Your stepbrother, his inner mind corrects. Yes, they lived together from childhood, that he almost forget that Taehyung is his stepbrother, not his real brother. He come out of his thought when they said they reached. They both entered inside and Mr. Lee welcomed both of them, smiling and standing. Mr. Lee. Tae pulled a chair for Jungkook beside him while Mr. Lee's son also stood up and pulled a seat for him. Jungkook looked at both of them and Taehyung raised an eyebrow. So Jungkook sat beside Tae. Now Mr. Lee laughed awkwardly. Mr. Lee, thank you Mr. Kim for coming. Tae nodded his head and sat down too. Mr. Lee, may I know who is that? Taehyung, his family, Kim Jungkook. A short answer, not revealing the real relationship. But Mr. Lee knew what he is. Tae's brother only, not stepbrother. So he planned all this. He told his son to impress Jungkook so that he can marry in Kim family. Mr. Lee, oh, we should order. They all placed order one by one, and when Tae's turn came, he ordered food for Jungkook's favorites. Mr. Lee's son is Tom. Tom, hi Jungkook. Why don't you order too? Smiling. Tae, I already ordered for him. Cold voice. Tae spoke before Jungkook can speak to Tom. Tom tried to talk Jungkook many times, complimenting his beauty, his looks, his charms. But each time hearing him talking to a cheery Jungkook, checking Jungkook out, his anger increased. He is going to blast soon. One more damn wrong move by Tom. Mr. Lee, oh, Tom and Jungkook is mingling well together, like a couple. Ha ha ha. Mr. and Mrs. Lee laughed together. Tom winked at Jungkook. That's it. Taehyung stood up suddenly. He pulled Jungkook's hand, grabbing tightly. Tae, we are leaving right now. Jungkook startled, looked at him. Mr. Lee, Mr. Kim, what's wrong? Why are you leaving? Tom, yes, me and Jungkook are having fun. Right, Jungkook? Tae, shut up. Who the hell you think you are? You lowlife, you think you can have Jungkook? Never in your dreams. And Lee, how dare you even think about the foolish thought? Damn idiots you are. The deal is cancelled from my side. Stay the hell away from my Jungkook. Saying this, he left with Jungkook. He took the keys from the driver and started the car with Jungkook on passenger's seat. It's first time he has seen Tae so angered. JK, Oppa. Jungkook calls Taehyung Oppa sometime, but most of the time by his name. Taehyung's hand tightened on the steering wheel, his knuckles turning white, his breathing fast. He groaned suddenly, increasing the speed of the car, driving fast. The damned word Oppa makes him want to do so many bad things to Jungkook, but he can't. That's why he prefers Jungkook calling him Taehyung. He will prefer that in bed. They reached the house and entered inside. Tae first and Jungkook following him back. In living room, Tae sat on the couch covering his face. Jungkook came near him slowly. Oppa, what's wrong? No answer. Jungkook sat silently beside him and placed his hand on his arm. Jungkook, Oppa, he shook Taehyung's shoulder, tried to make him look at him. JK, Oppa, Oppa, Op. Jungkook's word cut in middle because Taehyung had kissed him. They tried so much to control, but the constant ringing of Oppa word beside his ear, the sound coming from Jungkook's pretty mouth, broke his control. His desire burned and took a step. He gripped Jungkook's neck and pulled him more closer, trying to devour him fully in the kiss, pouring his love into it, trying to Jungkook, make him understand his feelings. The kiss was rough first, then he became gentle. The soft petal lips of Jungkook parted and Tae's tongue licked his lower lip and sucking it. He backed out, heavily breathing, and rested his forehead on Jungkook's. Jungkook was shocked at first. Taehyung had kissed him. He can't believe this. His stepbrother, for whom he has feelings from his teenage, his first kiss, his first desire, his first love. Does it mean Tae also see him more than a brother? Does Tae finally saw him as a partner too? The unsaid cautions lingered into his mind that he was not able to speak and ask Taehyung. Tae, JK, Oppa, Tae, Shaku, please, or I will not be able to control. But why? Because if not, then I will not be able to control. Koo, I have feelings for you. I know I may sound upside to you, but I love you so much, Koo. Jungkook silently listened to him and Tae was staring at his eyes, expecting a response. A yes, a no, anything. Then just being this silent. JK, me too. I love you too, Tae. I fell for you way before. You are my first love. Tae kissed his forehead all over his face. Tae, then why you always make me jealous, angry by walking like a living saint to the college? So pretty. Jungkook shyly, to make you jealous, expecting a response, a denial, or an order to change my clothes. But you never speak up, Taehyung. Tae, because baby, I can't stop you. It's your life. I love you. That doesn't mean I have the right to stop you. Do whatever you want, and I am here to be with you. And if needed, I can and I will protect you, he whispered on Jungkook's lips. Jungkook, Oppa, I love you. Tae laughed, looking at his teeny adorable face, and said, I wanted to punch that Tom. Stupid idiot boy. He kissed his forehead. Tae, Koo, I can do anything for having you. I can go to any means, any lengths to have you. The end. Special part for only subscribers. Also, watch the next video I have pinned on the screen and make sure to subscribe for this special part. Bye bye guys.